I highly recommend EFC. Not only do they bring a high quality caliber of instructors because they have the experience as officers, and they also have the experience as black belts in martial arts. They bring it down to the fundamental level to give the lowest common denominator skill set to those officers and build them up. So maintaining that proficiency is recommended through the program. So if they continually work on that aspect, EFC provides that foundation for them. My name is Brian Sunderman. I'm the lieutenant in the Texas Department of Public Safety. I'm in charge of the Defensive Tactics program for our agency. I've had previous military experience, level 1, level 2 combatives. Done that for 8 years, got out in 2017. I've been through numerous combatives courses in the private sector, C4C, GST, now EFC, been through SOCP instructor courses, so just have an abundance of wealth. USA Wrestling Certified Coach, and just an abundance of information as far as different tactics that are applicable to law enforcement. So some of the biggest concerns with law enforcement prior to the EFC training is just the lack of confidence and the lack of skill set that our officers are receiving. With this course, EFC provides a fundamental foundation for the comprehensive understanding of the basic skill sets that officers need to survive. So with this training, we actually get a very good understanding of just simple tactics that are highly efficient to be better, which will give those officers more confidence and the skill set necessary to win the confrontations that they may face. What motivates me to seek further defensive tactics training is just the opportunity to continually grow. So in order to grow, to make the best product available for the people that we train, we need to continually seek out the best individuals that help us. EFC is one of those examples to where just having that community of individuals that are always seeking growth. Even the people who are at the highest levels are always coming and reaching down to even the lower levels just to figure out different tactics, mindsets, so that way we're all growing together. I've been doing martial arts pretty much my entire life, starting with your traditional martial arts of like Taekwondo, Hapkido, and moving on from there to where I got into a little bit of wrestling, not actually competing, but just on the amateur aspect of things, and then progressing into the Army Modern Combatives program, and then to where I ended up joining the Department of Public Safety. With that, having then more opportunity to get into more defensive tactics with Jay, and just being able to speak with him, and then the Special Operation Combatives program. So just continually progressing and always trying to improve with that. The most challenging aspect of the training program wasn't necessarily anything with curriculum wise, it was just an understanding of the gear. So we pressure test the gear here, so it frustrated me to where we're utilizing some equipment and the equipment failed. So with major officer safety concerns, that spurs an interest of understanding why maybe there's not prior testing for certain equipment before we're actually utilizing it in real life. The instructors are really approachable. They check their egos. They have a sense of humility, even with their vast amount of experience, to really truly understand what a student might be experiencing. So even if they're struggling with something, they'll take the time to break it down further. And not only just for that individual, but they'll even break it down for everybody to understand. I think the most valuable skills and understanding that the training has provided us is the need for continuous training. So all the skills are fundamental, none of them really stand out because they all kind of congruently work together. But the need for that continuous aspect of training is really important, so that way we aren't stagnant and that way we don't lose that proficiency. So this training has increased my confidence just with a better understanding of just fundamentals, right? We don't need fancy moves, we don't need fancy techniques to accomplish what we need to do to take control of subjects. It just really enforces, again, that basic fundamentals. So just understanding if we can fine-tune those skills, we will be extremely successful. So this training is a really good community builder with our partner agencies and even members within our own agency, to where we can all speak the same language. So it really gets us to work together and just build better bonds with it. And then we can open up, discuss and then different opinions, different perspectives. And then if we're from different even parts of the nation, it really gives us good insight on what other people may be struggling with, and then also on how they're trying to solve those problems. So it's a good network of information that can be shared with everyone. So we plan to integrate this program from the understanding of, again, focusing on the fundamentals. Our program is very comprehensive and has a lot of information in it, but it reaffirms what we're trying to do already, in that we're trying to narrow the curriculum down to really fine tune and specify specific techniques based on those principles. So we have a commonality of language where we're all experts at the basics, will be more successful. My aspirations for continued growth as a law enforcement officer is not just for me, but for me to become a better instructor, better leader, better mentor for those that are under me. So in order to do that, I have to make sure that I'm leading by example and leading from the front. So partaking in training such as this, that way they can see the value because I'm invested in this program. So when we look at that as a whole, I would like to see them grow alongside me. That way we can spread this information, this knowledge, and all these skill sets, not just to me, but to the entire agency, and if not, the entire nation. That way we have better comprehensive law enforcement officers to better handle situations, to de-escalate, to use effective force, so we're all safer.